Meantime, protests in Georgia took to the streets in the capital, Tbilisi, again last night. This was the fourth straight night of anti-government demonstrations. Protesters tossed fireworks at police, and officers responded with volleys of water cannons. Tensions in Georgia have been simmering for months, but this latest round of unrest was sparked on Thursday when the government announced it would suspend talks to join the European Union for 4 years. Let's bring in Crystal Gamansing now. She's been watching it all from our London bureau. Crystal, good to see you. So talk to us a bit more about what we saw unfold last night.
Well, Angie, it was some really chaotic scenes Sunday night going right into Monday morning, and you saw a little bit of those exchanges. A lot of people gathered around Parliament in the capital, Tbilisi. You saw a number of exchanges, interactions with, officers in riot gear. As you mentioned, those officers firing water cannons, tear gas. In response, demonstrators fired back with a lot of firecrackers, shooting those officers with lasers, trying to distract them. They also grabbed materials and set small fires in different areas. They are trying to get a message across to authorities that they are very angry and fearful that the Georgian Dream Party is pulling them back to their Soviet roots. I want you to hear a little bit about some of those demonstrators, many of them young individuals, why they said that they were prepared to go out for a fourth consecutive night on Sunday and really risk their safety.
I'm here for a very simple reason, to defend my European future and the democracy of my country.
We want to be part of the best life. That's why we are standing here. And we are risking our lives, we are risking our health, but it's worth.
My country deserves to be free from the Russian regime that has haunted us for many centuries. And I believe that we need to get into Europe. It's truly what we've wanted for many, many centuries.
At this point, Angie, we don't have a clear indication of the number of individuals who may have been injured last night. Government authorities are saying in local media that at least 21 police officers sustained injuries. We know that there were numerous apprehensions by those, of those demonstrators by police, but we don't have a clear indication of any numbers as of yet. Over the weekend, more than 100 were taken into custody. As we had mentioned, these demonstrations been going on for several nights now.
Indeed, very significant, as you point out there, with the younger generation. They're voicing their concerns and their need. All of this stemming, Crystal, from that decision on November 28th by the government to pivot away from Europe. Talk to us a little bit more about that decision, what the government is saying about these talks.
Yeah, this is a really interesting point. So last week, government officials said that they were pausing negotiations with the European Union, those joining discussions, saying that they were going to freeze them until 2028. That came from a number of government sources. Government officials are now sort of pivoting away from that. We heard from the foreign minister saying, well, there was no official timeline yet, so we're just, freezing those conversations until 2028 because there was no official plan at this point. And then we heard yesterday from the Prime Minister, who said that claims of freezing talks were an outright lie. Take a listen to what he had to say.
The response is very clear. So we have not suspended anything related to the European integration. It's just a lie. And there are the opposition leaders, there are the media outlets linked with the opposition who are just lying to these people. But nobody has suspended the European integration of Georgia. We are very much committed to the European integration.
So this really could be an issue of semantics. Was it suspended? Was there no actual timeline? Nothing will happen for a number of years. That is causing a lot of concern and chaos, as you saw on the streets of at least Tbilisi last night.
Indeed. All right. Thanks a lot for this, Crystal. Appreciate it. CBC's Crystal Gamansing for us in London. Well, here's what else you should know as you start your Monday morning. The